Hey guys, so as you all know, it's September 11th. This is going to be a dual thing. I will try to put the time so if someone doesn't want to hear one thing but wants to hear the others, I can't make any promises on that because, well, this is going to be going from depressing to a little bit more lightning, and then the next video I'm doing is going to be a little bit, I'm going back to depressing, so. September 11th, it's been 15 years, huh? Well, back then, that year, I had just moved to where I live now, and that fall, I started school. It's scary to think that let alone, I'm not even from New York. I'll tell you that much, I'm far from it. Though I did get to visit New York at one point in my life, I never lived there. But, when we heard everything, it's like, I was terrified. I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on. The fact that we were situated was, I guess you could say, was a blessing. But it's not something you can really forget easily. And just seeing the Sunday morning report on it again, and what they've done in these last 15 years is remarkable. Because being who I am, there's some downfalls to it, and I don't really talk about this much because it's not something I really talk about unless it affects my lifestyle. But if you ever heard of an empath, it's someone who can feel another person's emotions. And a lot of times I can drown it out or turn it off now because my life is so hectic. I can't feel it. I have my own problems to worry about and it cancels it out. But sometimes I do get that and it can be a pain. But when you see something that brings back everything and not even your own emotion, only your emotions, but millions of people, it can be hard. I can, just watching that part of Sunday morning, I could just feel all the anguish, as well as also all the acceptance, and it's just not something that anyone's ever gonna forget. No, and I always wondered, why would someone do this? What would give them that much determination that they had to do this? Whether we know the reason or not, I don't know. Because when it came to certain things about why something happened, certain things I just never heard. Because, I was only in 3rd grade when this happened. So with that being said, I'm going to switch to a lighter note. I'm going to talk about the Steven Universe episode that we just got Thursday, as well as the last Saturday's episode from Miraculous Ladybug. I actually haven't been on at all other than on any digital media things other than watching Sunday morning between 9 and 10 with my parents. So because of remembrance and respect and a moment of silence. Sorry, my thing thinks I'm talking to it. Anyway, I'm gonna start with Steven Universe. I actually did like this episode a little bit, but I did fast forward a couple of spots until I found out what. Sorry, I'm still waking up. Seeing the fact that oh, and I have one more thing to talk about at the end after Ladybug. Seeing the fact that Pearl was interested in this girl. The fact, mainly, is I think also the fact that she kind of looked like a smaller version of Rose Quartz. Like, Rose Quartz was huge, like tall, not huge that way, but she was tall. And this one was a bit shorter than her. But, yeah. This was an interesting episode. Pearl went full rebel. Heck, she nearly got caught by the police. Um, but I'm not sure about any of the other episodes. I'm not really looking ahead anymore about episodes, mainly because it's like we'll get them. We'll see what we see. Some episodes are gonna be better than others, and then some. And it also depends on how long it takes me to get to do these video reviews, let alone watching them. Now, I haven't seen this most recent episode of Miraculous Ladybug because, well, yesterday I had a lot going on. But, watching last week's episode, I thought was awesome. Now, the thing is, the way America gets their episodes and the way everyone else gets their episodes is very different. Francis is the original, or origin of place, so they get it usually first. So they're already done with season 1. We're still getting few more videos. Like today is Kung Food, so that's not someone that we actually know. We're still waiting on certain students or main important characters. Like we have now. This part is a little bit spoiler, and I will put if I do put something like in the title, you will know. But most people already know. So another note I want to make before I go into who we haven't seen yet, but still need to see, because I'm actually going to go into the... Sorry, you're going to hear weird... I'm going to actually go through something, that way I can figure out... Because, as you know, we're going to get the bee holder and the fox holder within these next 2 seasons. Trying to find this thing so I can, oh, that's not who I want to go to. Because there's, like, certain characters, like, that, because we see a lot, and there's actually, like, this picture thing, article thing, where it shows, like, who has been, actually, no, yeah, I'm going to go into spoilers. We get a couple people, like, that are akumatized that we haven't seen. Like, we got recently, or not recently, like, when it started back up again, we got Princess Fragrance, which is this girl who likes flowers. Well, we're finally, hopefully we're gonna get, her friend, this girl who's a little bit more goth-looking. She's supposed to be getting akumatized at some point. We also get, the little girl that Alia and Marinette babysit, akumatized, and she's actually hers I think we could probably take more seriously. And we're still waiting on that. We're still waiting on Antibug, which is, we all know, is Chloe. She's a bit, we find out at some point she's a big fan of actually Ladybug, and something happens where she gets rejected, and Ladybug kind of rejects her a little bit, and she gets akumatized. We also get Chloe's friend who gets akumatized. I don't know exactly. I'm trying to find that picture. Oh, I thought that was a picture thing. But yeah, we still got a couple of people that haven't, and then we haven't even got Volpina yet. We haven't got the gamer yet. We haven't gotten that many people yet that we're still waiting on, and we're still waiting to finish season 1. So I don't know what Nickelodeon is exactly doing, and I'm hoping they pick it up. Because if not, I think Disney probably could. Because actually, in a different country, Disney, that one's Disney has Ladybug and Cat Noir. For their country. I think it's Australia. But pretty much it's just, we're still missing some video episodes. Like, we're not even close to being done yet. And then we still have to wait until May at least, if not later, to get season 2. So we got a good few months, because I don't think we're gonna be. I think we're gonna be done before even the end of this year with the series if they get to it. So, there's also been. I didn't get to talk about this, but there's also been a finally a name to this new villain that we're supposed to be getting in season 2 called Style Queen. She looks like the Akuntai's version of the Beholder Miraculous, or she could be just a evildoer that kind of looks like it. Because I actually was looking at a couple of videos for theory-wise, and she looks like she's traveling by pollen. One of them said. And then of course we got the specials that we're going to probably be getting within the time that season 1 ends and the time that season 2 begins, hopefully. Because, I mean, we got 1 whole month before at least they could possibly do something with the Halloween episode. Or a Halloween special we're supposed to be getting at some point. But, yeah, that's pretty much what I've seen. And, I mean, I like the series, but it's just frustrating how we don't get them all at once. I mean, like, usually, the only time I can make an exception with this is when a series starts to go off the air. Like, Bones is going to be in its final season, so, they won't be coming back until January, but they have a big gap before we even get to see them, because they actually took breaks during this last season. So, I don't know what's going on. Anything with Nickelodeon, usually, it's like you don't, excluding Steven Universe or Cartoon Network, because that's Cartoon Network, and how they run things, I don't know. But Nickelodeon, there's certain series, it's like they go off the air, then come back on, and it's like it goes random. Almost like Steven Universe. But that's, I don't know why they do it with that Steven Universe, but with Cartoon Network, I kind of expected kind of this because of what I've done with the past. Because remember when I've said this before, I've watched them do this with Barbie, where they completely took it off. I've seen them do this with Monster High. I've seen them do this with Ever After High. I've seen them do this with Legend of Korra, but they had a reason for that, which I guess made sense, because Lip Boy-Singing isn't really something you want to show a kid. Though this isn't really now a kid's show anymore. I mean, it kind of got real. I mean, yeah. And then, now they're doing this with Miraculous. Now I have to actually pause for a minute, so just bear with me. Sorry about that. But anyway, and so one last thing about the Miraculous thing, or Miraculous Ladybug, and then I'm gonna end it there for that part, and then I've got one more thing to say, and then I'm gonna be done and making the last video for my September contest entry things. Now, this whole September contest thing is not a YouTube thing. It's actually something for another website called DeviantArt. So, like I said, it was just all for fun. Anyway, so I'm gonna say one last thing about the Miraculous Ladybug stuff, because mainly I'm actually put this. If you noticed, actually on the original box, or in the box, actually they have a picture of the original on the Wikia site. There actually was some other ones, and ones that were reformed before final production. Actually, for the Miraculouses, there was supposed to be an eagle one, a bear one, a lion one, a chicken one, and a bull one. Kind of which would have actually put to 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, wait, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which actually would have been interesting. But the eagle was a ring, the bear, I don't know what it was, the bull was a ring, the lion was a ring, the snake actually was a bracelet, and that actually was replaced later on by the turtle, because the way they had the snake, it's actually an Aztec or Hindu, or no, I think it's Aztec, I think. I'm not sure. Mythology about this one snake that is constantly eating its tail. But it's like, literally goes in a circle. I remember it's something to do with the earth and world. Anyway, so these are actually what each symbolize, and I created my own OC, so I'm actually trying to create like maybe what the American ones were. Whether I use the ones that were not used or not, I do not know. I'd rather just have it where it's similar to the ones in here, those final set ones that we have here. So fox is cunning, wisdom, and passion. I kind of think the turtle would also be wisdom, but I don't know, because turtles actually stability, longevity, and protection. Peacock is integrity, vision, vibrancy. Now, I thought that would also be beauty, but actually that's the B miraculous, which is beauty, growth, and productivity. Butterfly is transformation, resurrection. Now, if you remember, if for the cat miraculous and the ladybug miraculous, if those are two together, if you combine that also with the butterfly miraculous, if what I think Hawkmoth is trying to do is what I think it is, which I think a lot of people also would agree with me on, this is going to be a big thing if he ever does get his hands on it, because I think I know why he would. Because, I mean, there's some aspects that we don't really understand, and until all the episodes and the specials, or at least until we get to season 2, anything we need to see is available, we can't really do much else with it. But because the cat is actually, I'm going to actually start with the ladybug first, which is ironic with, if you see the box placement, ladybugs are actually considered good luck everywhere. It's like, though you can't confuse them for jade beetles. That's these big greenish black things that will eat your plants. They're called jade beetles. They are not anything like ladybugs. Though there's some jade beetles that are actually possibly smaller. It's hard to explain. But anyway, it also symbolizes protection and love. In this case for ladybug, it also represents the power of creation. But in yin, for the yin yang symbol in, well, that was weird. For Chinese culture, it actually, yin represents coldness, darkness, passiveness, and intuition. And if you see on the box that she's in the dark section, it's like, you would think that would be the opposite because of what she can do, but, I mean, a lot of times it goes opposite to attract. Which brings me to the last one, which is the black cat miraculous, or cat miraculous. And he's actually bad luck in some cultures, such as America, but actually in other cultures like Egypt, he's actually good luck. And his power is destruction or decay, in this case, so that's what cataclysm does. And then the yang side, he's actually heat, light, dominance, and logic. So I'm just going to leave it at that for that, and then I'm going to get into talk about one last thing. So I have said that I had moved once in my life. So the town I lived in was not a very safe town after some point. So my parents got me out of there good and early, and then we moved the same year as 9/11. Not the same month, but just the same year. But soon, I'm like, years later, like when I was about to be I either was in junior high or I was going to be in high school, some of my old classmates in my old elementary school actually moved to Beecher. And two of them actually were cousins, and they have a huge family. It's like, huge, like, I'm not kidding. And actually, one of the two, one of them's oldest brother is actually on YouTube. I did not know this until last night when my mom somehow found him on IMDb. I'm gonna say his name is Walter. I hope he sees this video, because I'm going to link one of his It looks like I have to go into something to get that link. He's actually on this YouTube channel called Awesome Channel with, I think his name is Doug Freed, which we all know very well. I'm trying to think of where I know if it's just on this YouTube channel or whatnot. But, I'm gonna link the playlist for the, oops, wrong button. Please tell me, yep, wrong button.
The real me?
Sorry about that. I'm gonna link this in at the bottom of the video. And well, I did not know this, but he's also now in a movie. Now I don't know if it's come out yet or not, because on IMDb they have the full summary of it. I don't know if it's like it's not the full synopsis, but it's a full summary. And it's called Inquisitor, and I'm actually trying to find some stuff. If you put in Inquisitor 2015, you can probably find his trailer on YouTube, as well as maybe a couple of videos from one other person I think that's also in the movie. And I'm actually really excited because I did not know that what he's been doing for the last couple years. Don't ask why. But yeah, I really think this is awesome, and I'm glad that he's moving his way up in the world. So yeah, this is Ali signing off. I'm hoping that my friend sees this part of the video at some point. But yeah, I am really glad to have seen this. Now I'm gonna upload this while I'm making the next one, which is the last songs entry thing. So you will have to bear with me that it's gonna be a little bit touchy, and it's gonna be kind of like at the beginning of this video. I don't think I'm gonna be doing the whole sections thing as of right now. I might do that later in the future, putting links in for that, but right now I just want to get these videos up because I've got another maybe hour, maybe two before I have to start doing stuff to get ready for work. With that being said, this is Ali signing off. Click like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. I'm really hoping that everyone here is having a safe Remembrance Day. That's what I call it. But yeah, I will see you guys later.